Good guys, it's Combi TTC. We're going back with our One Piece theory. Now, it's not really a One Piece theory. It's more so just like let's talk about it because it's kind of already happening in the show. But yeah, I'm just glad to be back with this. Guys, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that like button, click subscribe, comment down below. It would really help me out. And I think you would really like seeing the stuff we got coming out on this channel. So for today's video, the topic of the day is actually hockey. And what we're going over is advanced hockey. Now, if you are caught up with the anime, you kind of got a glimpse of this with the episode prior to last because this is Sunday now, so a new episode just came out. But if you saw the Shanks versus Kid fight, then you obviously know what I'm going to talk about. So in One Piece, when we usually think about hockey, we think about the three or four different types of hockey that we usually have, right? We have observation hockey, we have armament hockey, and then we have a little bit of an offshoot that's granted to the special people in the series of One Piece called Conqueror's hockey. Now, with Conqueror's hockey, you're more than capable of just imbuing your will upon somebody. You're more than capable of literally beating anybody that is not capable of standing toe to toe with you, to be honest with you. And so, what we're here to talk about is actually the other form of hockey, which, in my opinion, we've already seen in the show. The first time we actually saw it was, in my opinion, one of my favorite moments, one of my favorite flashbacks in all of One Piece was actually the flashback with Odin when he was on Whitebeard's ship and they finally met up with Goldie Roger. Now, if y'all remember that, there was a full battle going on, right? I believe for 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. But before that battle even happened, Odin had the chance to meet, for lack of better words, Goldie Roger. And when he did, he got leveled pretty quickly. But then, after Odin got his swing, Whitebeard joined him. And when Whitebeard joined in, that's when we got to see a glimpse of something that was pretty interesting. It happened fairly quickly, but if y'all remember during this brief little moment here, when Goldie Roger was clashing up against Whitebeard, first of all, epic fucking moment, right? But what we saw there was very, very interesting. I'm going to show you a quick little still of what Goldie Roger's eyes look like. We got a chance to see Goldie Roger and Whitebeard go toe to toe, and when they did, both of their eyes did this. Now, when both of their eyes did this, not only were they granted certain hockey abilities, but they weren't clad in hockey as we are traditionally used to. And so if I show you the clip again, when their eyes turn red, it's not that their arms are clad in hockey. That's not the case there, but that's always been the case with One Piece. And I found that very interesting the moment that I saw that. Because usually when somebody's using hockey, right, even when they're imbuing hockey on their sword, go back to that fight sequence that we just saw. Both Whitebeard and Goldie Roger at that time had black swords. You can only have a black sword when you imbue Haki into it. But as we've seen with Zoro, fantastic swordsman himself, other people who imbue their Haki on their swords or just use Haki in general, we get a chance to actually see what that looks like, right? It looks like iron is just coated over themselves, you know? But that never happened with Goldie Roger and Whitebeard. So when I saw that, I was taken aback. I was like, hold up, this is so different than everything that we've seen because we've seen Odin fighting Kaido, right? And Odin is no joke. Odin was able to go toe to toe with Whitebeard, Goldie Roger, and even Kaido. Now, toe to toe, I'm using that sparingly. He would have lost to the majority of them and did lose to the majority of them. Not even the majority of them. He would have lost to all three of them, right? And he did. But I think that when you look at it, it's very interesting that that small little nugget was put there, especially when we go a little bit forward to about a week or two ago with the Shanks versus Kid fight. So when we got a chance to see Shanks versus Kid, first of all, fucking phenomenal animation, looks fantastic. But a lot of people didn't know what was going on. They thought that Shanks was just sitting there in fear of Kid. Kid was having this unbelievable attack, just completely decimating Shanks's fleet. But then when we actually just sit back and look at it, when the present starts to hone back in, when we see what's happening with Shanks fully at that time, it is then shown to us that what that was Shanks saw into the goddamn future. All right, now I'm not talking about just Katakuri type of future, right? Being able to see what's happening, maybe 2 seconds, 4 seconds. Shank predicted a whole sequence. Now, what was also very interesting to this about me, right, or what was interesting about this to me, excuse me, is the fact that we still have not seen Shanks give it his all. I think that's insane. You know, like that may have just been a glimpse of his future sight. And also, what we saw at that time was his eye turning red. And so that makes me believe that there's more to hockey than what we have traditionally known. And also, if you think about it, just narratively to the story, devil fruits are becoming such a large thing to the story, right? Awakenings are becoming a thing now. They're becoming way more common than they were 200, 300 episodes ago, and rightly so. But what we learned in Wano as well is that hockey is going to be the only thing that can overcome a devil fruit. Law told us that during his fight with Blackbeard. Kaido told that to Luffy. And also, Kaido mentioned to Luffy that how do you think Goldie Roger won the seas, won the One Piece with no devil fruit? Hockey. And so, the more that you can hone your hockey, who knows what's capable. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a really cool power set. I would love to see what an advanced Conqueror's hockey looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you able to just take control of people at that time? Right, you're already able to impose your will to the point where somebody will knock out, right? People who can't handle it, they'll just fall on the ground. They can't even be in your presence. Well, what if you're able to impose your will and then manipulate somebody? Interesting. You know what I mean? What if that's what the world government has been doing for hundreds, thousands of years? We just don't know. But I definitely do think that we're going to get more into the power set of hockey because narratively to the story, it's the only thing that can combat devil fruits at the highest level. Other devil fruits, yeah, sure, but if you're not strong in hockey, you're not winning that battle. You're not winning that fight. Point blank. Period. You know what I mean? It's not happening, bro. So I think that's a pretty good video. It was pretty quick. I didn't want to do a long one, but yeah, we're just having fun on this channel. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that like button, click subscribe, comment down below, check out all the other stuff that we got going on this channel. I also want to apologize to anybody that tuned into my live session earlier this afternoon. My laptop was lagging to hell and back, so I'm getting that fixed. When we try to watch a One Piece film on this channel again, it will not happen like that. But call me TTC out. We'll see y'all with the next one. Thank you.
I'm so